Hey, this is Allison hanging out in my space to craft, and I'm bringing you a one-page layout. This is related to the journal page that video that I posted. These photos are from the same event, but I'm putting this in my daughter's senior album. We have a place called Moody Gardens, about 30 minutes from us, and they have a huge Christmas lights display and ice rink and stuff like that in the wintertime. And so my daughter really wanted to go. On Tuesdays, they let you bring your dog to walk through the lights. And so she waited for a Tuesday when she and her boyfriend were available so that they could go take one of our dogs to go see the lights. We took the one that's more timid because we were worried that the older, wiser one would maybe cause too much of a ruckus barking at other dogs. This one cowers a bit more, so, and she's a bit lighter if you have to carry her. So I'm double matting in a green glitter paper and then this shimmery red. Both of these are from a Christmas pack from Sizzix. So they're not 8.5 by 11. They're different sizes, but they work great. And then I found this really pretty red plaid scrap in my bin, and then the base paper and that ribbon paper with the bow on it is from Vicky Boutin. So I'm just auditioning some things here. I'm going to do a shelf layout, which seems pretty common for me lately. So I'm just checking out some more Vicky Boutin tags and things like that. I really liked this tag that says "Meet me under the mistletoe." Since her boyfriend is in the picture and our dogs like to kiss you too. But I don't love the beige of that tag on that golden yellow. I also pulled out some really old Creative Memories stickers that I really want to make work on this page. I do manage to do that. And there's this journal box. That journal box is going to get greatly modified before I can actually use it on the page. I don't expect my daughter to do a lot of journaling, so I'm not necessarily leaving journal spots on every page because I think a lot of it'll stay blank. So I really liked this glitter. Since I already have some glitter on the page, I thought it was okay to bring in some glam on this page. And my daughter loves glitter, of course. And so I'm just going to try and figure out where the best place for this is. I don't love it there, so I'm going to end up going to change my layout. And I'm liking that a lot better. That ribbon, I liked it, but it felt a little disjointed hanging from the bottom. And I'm kind of liking that a little better. And then I just need, so that says magical. It was at Moody Gardens, so I'm going to add the words Moody Gardens, and I'm just looking for the right font to put on there. And I'm going to use this pretty traditional like Times New Roman, Creative Memories letters that I'm using quite a bit with my Christmas journaling this month. Because I have this dark red, I have a brighter red, and I have a dark green, so it's working perfectly for the holidays. And I have small letters, which are just the right size for the pocket pages. So these are the larger letters. I am going to shift these over just a bit. Before I stick it down, while they're still a little loose, repositionable, let's say. And since I had a straight line, I didn't need to use the letter positioner system that I have. Just sort of winged it. So I am using some brown ink on these items just to give a little definition. And I'm snugging that title up against the photo pretty close, just so it reads cohesively. And now it's time to figure out embellishments. So I have those lights. I'm trying to figure out where they're going to fit, and then here I'm going to modify this tag. And I'm putting this between the two layers rather than on top of the photo. I didn't like the look of it on top of the photo, but I kind of like it just tucked in. And a couple of different little pieces of ephemera that I found. Just trying to decide where things are going to fit. This is not the final placement because I mess around with it a lot. And in this video, you don't see me use this oval in the end, but afterwards I did add it to the bottom after I finished filming, because I wanted to use it up and I thought it would work there. So here I'm just doing a fancy corner trim on this just to spruce it up a bit. And I'm going to do that with both the card and the mat. And that's the same glitter or shimmer paper that I used above. Just trying to decide where this should live. And then with that there, I'm not loving the bottom is looking too plain, so I'm looking for something to add there. I probably could have gone and found another piece of this plaid paper now that I'm looking at it. But I had this border strip with stripes, and I wanted to bring a little more white in because that card at the top is so very white. So I'm just going to bring this one in and center it on that title. So that just gives a little more of a base for that title. So I'm happy with that. And just going to check through my little bin of, and this is the traditional ephemera. I thought about that. So I found this little Christmas tree, which I thought was somewhat appropriate. And here's where I start to modify this sticker. I really wanted to use this up, and I didn't want those little lights at the top of the photo to be the only place that this sticker sheet appeared. So I'm just trying it out in some different places. And I decide that I will cut the top part off too and just leave the string of lights. And if you hear some banging in the background, that is my dogs trying to get out of my daughter's room because they've heard that I'm awake. And it is, at this time, almost an hour past their breakfast time, so I'm sure they are starved and emaciated at this point. Just kidding. They are possibly the most spoiled dogs on the planet. So I go back to this sheet of glitter foam titles and pull out some dots and stars to help spread that gold glitter around the page. So a couple of those in the 3 little areas. And somehow I ended up with 3 embellishment clusters, who knew? And then just adding some red enamel dots. Keeping it simple. And we'll do some close-ups next. Please give this video a thumbs up. I have a few more Christmas pages to get done. I'm trying to keep up for my daughter's senior album and the Journal My Christmas. So I have a lot more things lined up for y'all. So please come back. Not all of the senior pages are Christmas related. So if you're tired of seeing Christmas content, I will have content other than that. So I think we'll just do some close-ups and call it a day. Thanks a lot, you guys.